You want to sync HubSpot contacts with Airtable using Zapier. I'll walk you through the whole setup right now. Open your browser and head to zapier.com, then sign in. The dashboard loads and you're looking at your Zaps. Click the Create button in the upper left corner, then choose Zaps from the dropdown. The Zap editor opens with a blank trigger step waiting for you. Click that trigger step to configure it. In the app search bar, type HubSpot. Select the HubSpot app when it appears. For the trigger event, pick New Contact. This fires every time a contact gets created in your HubSpot account. Click Continue. If you haven't connected HubSpot yet, Zapier will prompt you to log in. Otherwise, just select your account from the dropdown. Click Continue again. Zapier now shows that the trigger is set up and ready for a test. Hit the Test Trigger button. Zapier looks for a recent contact in your HubSpot account to use as sample data. If it comes back empty because you don't have any contacts yet, open a new tab, create a test contact in HubSpot with a first name, last name, email, whatever fields matter to you. Then come back and click Test Trigger again. Once it finds one, you'll see a list of pulled-in properties, first name, last name, email, company, and more. Scan through that list now. Anything missing means the sample contact didn't have it, and Zapier won't be able to map that property later unless it appears here. So if you need something like phone number or job title, make sure your test contact contains it, then retest. Now add the action. Click the plus sign below your trigger step. Search for Airtable, select the app, and for the action event, choose Create Record. Click Continue. Connect your Airtable account. If you've connected it before, pick it from the list. If not, click Connect a new account and sign in. Airtable will ask you to authorize Zapier to access your workspaces. You have to allow that, otherwise the step fails later. Once authorized, return to Zapier, select the account, then click Continue. Now you pick where the contact lands. In the setup screen, configure workspace first. If you have access to multiple workspaces, it typically auto-selects the right one. Then choose your base and then the table that holds your contacts. The table needs to already exist in Airtable and it should have fields that match what you're about to map. If you don't have the right fields yet, say you need an email field that's actually an email type, not just a short text, go build that in Airtable now because field types matter. Zapier will only show Airtable fields that exist in that table. Now the heavy part, field mapping. Under the action step, you see a list of Airtable fields on the left and dropdowns on the right. For each one, click the dropdown and select the HubSpot property that should fill it. For example, first name maps to first name to last name, email to email. Phone number is often labeled as phone number in HubSpot, same with company. Map as many as makes sense for your workflow. The trap here is mismatched field types. If your Airtable field is a single select, the exact text from HubSpot has to match one of the options, case sensitive and spelling perfect. A lifecycle stage field in Airtable needs to contain values like subscriber, lead, customer exactly as HubSpot sends them, or that record won't create. I've seen this break dozens of Zaps, so if a field isn't mapping, double-check the type in Airtable and adjust either the field or your HubSpot data. Once you've mapped everything, test the action. Click Test Step. Zapier constructs a record using your sample contact and attempts to create it in Airtable. You'll see a success message and a preview of the data. Don't trust that preview alone. Open Airtable in a new tab, go to your base and table, and verify the record actually landed. Check that every field you mapped shows the correct value. If something's blank or wrong, fix the mapping and test again. Do not skip this. A clean test record is your only guarantee the live Zap won't silently fail. Everything looks good. Before publishing, click the name of the Zap at the top. It's probably Untitled Zap right now, and rename it to something descriptive like HubSpot to Airtable Contacts Sync. I always do this immediately because later your Zap list turns into a graveyard of unnamed things and you cannot tell what does what. After renaming, review each step once more, then click Publish. Your automation is now live. One final live test. Create another contact in HubSpot. Can be anything, just give it some data. Wait about a minute for Zapier to pick it up and process it, then open Airtable. That new record should be sitting in your table, fully populated. That's your confirmation the sync works from end to end. No surprises. If this helped, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment saying it was helpful. Comments push this to other people searching for the exact same thing.